If we think about sleep, you'll notice a weird thing. Some people sleep just 5 hours and wake up full of energy, ready to go all day. Others sleep 10 or 12 hours and still wake up tired, sore, and sleepy. So what's behind this strange difference? Why do some people sleep little and feel great, while others sleep a lot and still feel wrecked? Let's get into it. Sleep is one of the most important things we do. It's essential for both body and mind. While we sleep, our bodies repair tissues, rebuild muscles, and boost the immune system. The brain also processes the day's information and stores it in long-term memory. Sleep improves mood, reduces stress and anxiety, regulates hormones, and does a lot more. That's why we can't do without it. So, how many hours should we sleep? Organizations like the World Health Organization and most medical authorities say a typical adult needs about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. But in real life, it varies a lot from person to person. Some people don't reach 7 hours and still wake up feeling great. Others sleep that exact amount, or more, and still feel like they didn't get enough. So what's the reason? The number of hours of sleep set by the World Health Organization is just an average figure. Many factors can influence the amount of sleep we need. For example, some people have a condition called short sleep syndrome. These individuals typically sleep only about 4 hours a night, not just temporarily, like during exam time, but for their entire life. Remarkably, despite such limited sleep, they wake up feeling alert and fully functional. They don't feel sleepy throughout the day and don't experience health issues as a result. Researchers don't know exactly why, but they think it's due to a genetic mutation. That's why it runs in families. On the other side, some people have long sleep syndrome. They need 10 to 12 hours to wake up refreshed. If they sleep less, they feel exhausted. The problem is that daily life, work, school, or university schedules usually won't allow them to get that much sleep. So they feel worn out all day. On weekends, they might sleep 15 hours to catch up. Long sleep syndrome is rare. It affects only about 2% of people. Doctors must track someone's sleep pattern for a long time before diagnosing it. But excessive sleeping is a different story. People who sleep a lot without needing to often wake up with headaches and feel broken. Over time, they may develop depression. Long sleep disrupts the natural sleep-wake cycle and upsets the hormones that regulate sleep. So even if someone sleeps 20 hours straight, they'll often wake up tired and groggy and still want to sleep more. Another important point, many people who do get the normal 7 to 9 hours still sometimes wake up refreshed and sometimes wake up exhausted. Why? The answer often comes down to external factors that affect sleep quality. Eric Joe, a professor of sleep medicine at Harvard University, says, "People focus on the number of hours they sleep, but ignore the conditions around their sleep. Those conditions mostly determine how active and alert you feel when you wake up." Put simply, you can sleep 9 hours but on an uncomfortable pillow, in a hot room, with traffic noise outside, bright light coming in, or after drinking caffeine and scrolling your phone right before bed, you'll likely wake up groggy. Meanwhile, someone else might sleep 7 hours on a comfy pillow, in a quiet, dim room after a light dinner, with the ideal room temperature. They'll probably wake up feeling better, even though they slept less. One of the most important things that affects sleep quality is whether or not a person entered the deep sleep phase. Sleep is a recurring cycle of phases, not just one stage. One of these phases is called NREM, non-rapid eye movement sleep, which is broken down into 3 substages, from N1 to N3. These stages make up about 75 to 80% of the total sleep time. Following these is the 4th stage, which is REM, rapid eye movement sleep. If this cycle is interrupted and doesn't get completed, a person wakes up tired, even if they've gone through the first 3 stages. For example, if someone opens your door and wakes you up right before you enter the 4th stage, it will significantly affect your sleep quality. You'll wake up feeling stressed and with a headache and body aches because your sleep cycle wasn't complete. However, if you go through all the sleep cycles and they're fully completed without any interruptions, you'll wake up feeling refreshed and rested. One of the most important factors that affect the number of hours of sleep we need is age. Age matters a lot. Babies need up to 16 hours a day. Preschool kids need about 13 hours. Teenagers need around 10 hours. Adults need 7 to 9. As we get older, total sleep time usually declines because our biological clock and melatonin production drop. That's why many older people sleep less and wake up at the slightest noise. Health conditions also play a role. Pregnant women's sleep needs change. In the early months of pregnancy, women often need an extra hour or two because of hormonal shifts and higher metabolism. If they don't get that extra sleep, they may experience headaches and fatigue. Another common condition is sleep apnea. People with sleep apnea have trouble breathing while they sleep. They may snore loudly or suddenly wake up gasping. Often, they don't even know they have it, so family members usually have to point it out. Other health issues like anemia, iron deficiency, or thyroid problems can also make someone feel exhausted after a full night's sleep.